So let's quickly talk about palindromic words. Palindromic words. And in this class, we have two things to achieve. The first is to look at the meaning of palindromic words. And number two, we want to look at the examples of palindromic words. But before we get to that, let me stress something real quick about the pronunciation of this word palindromic. You notice when I mentioned that word that the stress falls on the penultimate syllable on the draw. The draw here is the penultimate syllable. However, I've heard a lot of English teachers pronounce this word as palindromic. Palindromic. Well, it's good because I understand that a lot of us try to sound a little dramatic in a pronunciation of word, especially as phonetics teachers. It's good if we speak that way, but as much as we do that, it's important that we learn to stay true to the natural stressing, to the natural pronunciation of words. So again, the right way to pronounce this word is palindromic and not palindromic. Not palindromic. If you're saying palindromic, you're putting the stress on the lin, which is wrong. Why is the stress on the draw? The natural rule of stressing, of stress pattern in English language said that when you have a word, usually N-I-C, the stress of that word should fall on the penultimate syllable. The penultimate syllable is the second syllable from the end of the word. This is the end of the word. The last syllable here is make. The next before it is draw. We have lin and then we have pass. So from the end of the word, we have draw. So the stress falls on draw. Here is the penultimate syllable. So that's why the right way to pronounce this word is palindromic and not palindromic. I understand that we sound a little Western every time we pronounce the word as palindromic, but it's not palindromic, it's actually palindromic. The stress is there. So we're looking at palindromic words today. That said, what are palindromic words? Palindromic words are words that read the same forward as backward. Words that read the same forward as read backward. What that means is when you have a word that when you read it from the beginning to the back, it means the same thing when you also read it from the back forward. So let's have examples. A common example of palindromic words is level. Level. Look at this word level. The word level is read from here, L-E-V-E-L, L-E-V-E-L. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you read from 5 backward, the word means the same thing. It reads the same thing. It reads the same thing. So let's go. The 5 is L. The 4 is E. The 3 is V. The 2 is E. The 1 is L. So you have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So level is an example of the palindromic word. So remember, palindromic words read the same forward as read backward. The same word, when read backward, when read forward, mean the same thing, reads the same thing. So other examples include civic, civic, C-I-V-I-C, C-I-V-I-C, civic, civic. Now, if you spell backward like this, you have it as C-I-V-I-C. That is civic. Another example is dad, the word dad, dad. Of course, you're going to notice from these examples already that palindromic words are symmetrical in their structure. They're symmetrical. You can see what begins is what ends the word. So dad, you have it when you read backward, you have it as D-A-D, dad. All right. Another example is the word pop. Number 5, you have pop. You have the word raider. The word raider. This word raider. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When read backward, when read forward, it's raider. Now when read backward like this, from the end you have R-A-D-A-R, raider. Another example is the word rotator, rotator, rotator. Now, if you read forward, it's rotator. If you read backwards now, let's read backwards. R-O-T-A-T-O-R. Rotator. R-O-T-A-T-O-R. Rotator. So these are common examples of palindromic words. Palindromic words are words that read the same forward as they read backward. Words that read the same forward as read backwards. So when you read palindromic words from the beginning to the end, they read the same as when you also read backwards. So when read backward and read forward, they read the same thing. Palindromic words are words that read the same forward as read backward. They read the same backward as read forward. Other examples are these. Heave, the word heave, we have E-W-E also. We have madam, madam. So if you spell the word madam backward, you have it as M-A-D-A-M. Madam. These are just common and uncommon examples of palindromic words. Remember that the right pronunciation of this word is palindromic, not palindromic. And I said again that in structure, palindromic words are symmetrical in their lineup. So that would be it about palindromic words. I believe that this video has taught you something new, if not something about the meaning of palindromic words. I believe you must have learned something about their examples, and if not about their examples, you possibly must have learned the right way to pronounce the word palindromic and not palindromic. If you've gained a simple piece of knowledge from today's video and you'd like to see more similar content, kindly subscribe to this channel, follow if you're watching on TikTok or other social media platform, like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching again. Bye for now.